They can hear me? We good?
Yep, we live.
Let's get to
rolling.
it, man. You ain't got your boy Mike the fuck up. Now I'm about to roll the fuck up. OGPOV season.
Game given to you from an OG point of view. Usually I sell it, but I got enough to share with you.
This is not no backward,
picking off like, yo,
I had to learn.
Hey, yo,
bro.
talk your shit,
I had
man.
to learn, bro. This is not no
Talk
backward,
your
bro.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to everything today. We're going to get to everything today. Just make sure that you get you a grinder. We got a grinder holder
Get you
in there.
a quality grinder. Come on, man.
It's about the little things in life.
Quality setup, quality products, you know what I mean? As I started to kind of mingle in and figure out which papers were best, which smoked the best, you know what I mean? Even like, I got this, like the hemp wick. I don't even put lighters to my joints no more. You know what I mean? It's really, it's that serious, you know? Get you a hemp wick, you know what I mean? Step your situation up.
Put me on some shit.
Come on, man. So boom, light the wick, light the joint with the wick. So that way you don't get the butane taste, that blue flame at the bottom. You don't get that butane in that. So once you stop using the lighter, it'll never taste the same.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. I was hip to that low key. My white boys got me hip early up in college. You know, white boys get you hip to everything early. But yeah, that's some shit that I will definitely be taking advantage of, because we about cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? You see, you got the fruits and the, you know what I'm saying, the orange juice
on deck.
So like, with that being said, man, you know, it's all a brand thing. Well, bigger than a brand thing. As far as, what was I just saying there? Because I'm a little fried already, brother.
No, it's all good, man. You know, we just floating.
Yeah, what was I just saying? I'm just trying. That takes a while. It takes a while to get there, to find out, like, all right, this is how the packaging should be, with the gloss, sleek. You know what I'm saying? And then knowing that your barcode should be right there on the left hand side. Like, it takes time to get there. So let's not like undermine that part of it.
So that part of the quality is attention to detail. You know what I mean? It's not, there's no rush. You know, one thing, in 2021, I took extensive notes for OGPOV. I'm talking about, like, to the point where it was in me. You know what I mean? When it was time for me to press play on, you know, different, maybe like an inventory choice, I didn't thought about it so much. I didn't got so many details. When it was time to go, it was time to go. It was just all you gotta do is press play at that point. You know what I mean? I think some people are, you know, fall into maybe rushing their process just to get on, just to get in the game, which that's a thing too, though. You know what I mean? Because you gotta move. You know, you gotta take steps forward. Where did you get the gift of gab? You know what I mean? Everyone can't talk with reason, with purpose, with, you know, this is, you can tell you ain't just pulling this shit out your ass. You live this shit.
Shoot, first I want to say I appreciate you saying that. Excuse me. Seeing that in me, you know, because the way I move, I was saying this off camera, is like, I just do. Like, you know, I don't never really know what's next, what my next move is. I just go off of, I surrender myself to the higher power, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, you know, goes deeper than the conversation here, where it's like, once I figured out the power within me, you know, and only certain people will understand that phrase, the purpose, you know, showed, and I was able to just walk in that path. And I feel like every day I'm walking in that path. It's just all about presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's already in you. Now you just got to present it. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you're never too good to, you know what I'm saying, get better. It took me a while to mature and get this and understand, you know, who I am, what my purpose is. So I don't want to put that perception out there like this has always been something that I've been aware of within myself. It was, I could say, not too long ago, I was in a very dark situation that this is something I felt like I cannot take on, but you see that you're built in certain ways in moments like that. Growing up, I was not really running into no problems. I was more so unconfrontational to a certain degree, unless it came to competition or family. It's two things that could, trigger me because I stand big on. We're gonna talk about the family thing first because you don't necessarily got to be blood. It's just somebody that is a genuine soul that wants to see the good in you and you prosper and you want to see them do that likewise. We call that family. But yeah, like I would not really run into many situations unless it was in that realm. But now, as I'm coming to myself, as I can see, you can see a lot of what like envy and like intimidation, like how dare you? You know what I'm saying?
How dare
Like
you be so confident?
how dare you? And I want to shout out to my high school principal, Mr. Lick, who told me, walk with your shoulders up, head high, because I see that you're the leader. I was pretty much just not understanding myself in high school, just playing, I'm playing around with that gift of gab, like you said. And he seen it in me. And it took for that to hit me as an adult to be like, what? Okay, I'm actually that light in the room. Without me, it's dark in here.
That's a tough spot. Not even tough, but that takes growth, wisdom. You know what I mean? Being in situations where maybe I should have been a little more vocal. Maybe I missed out on an opportunity by not being more outgoing. You know what I mean? Or just not understanding that gift. You know what I mean? Because everyone doesn't possess that. A lot of people are completely unaware of any gifts that they have. You know what I mean? And that's, sometimes not even their own fault. It's just society kind of pushes us to be robots. You have to do this. These people are on TV. You can't be on TV.
And I feel like that is where I was stuck at for a while. They telling you have to do, you have to do. It was like always being forced to follow rules, knowing that I am the rule book. Like when we talk about the standard or like the highest achievement, like we talk about that, the highest level, the high, you know what I'm saying? Like when you like that's me, that's here, you know what I'm saying? And not to really just be talking from a selfish standpoint, but I feel like everybody that I encounter and I'm around has that same energy to them. It's like when you give that energy off and you stand on that, you attract that. So that's why I'm here on OGPOV set. That's why we connected, because you hold that type of standard to yourself, your brand. You stand on values and morals of yourself. So it's like, it's only natural. It's like
Principles.
magnets, bro.
Yeah.
It's really like when they say like real ones connect, like you really attract the energy that you give off. That's true. That's real. So when you have that higher power within, pay attention. It's OGPOV season, man. I'm just saying.
How important is fashion to your movement?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Because
go ahead.
Well, because I know you personally. You know what I mean? I have an idea of how much fashion means to you. How much does it mean to the Wavy Wagyu brand? I see a lot of you do a lot of drops on your social media, pulling up on dope designers and checking out their fits. You got the fit check going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fashion is a form of expression. It's the reason I ain't got no tattoos. Like, like I express myself in a certain way to where I feel like this is my lane. So as far as fashion itself, it's a form of expressing yourself, a way of expressing yourself. Seeing the way people put things together, the colors is like, it makes me think like, okay, what type of furniture you got? What type of meals is it A1 Wagyu or not? Like,
do you have plant? Do you own a plant? Like
yeah,
these are the questions that arise. You know what I mean?
yeah, like
It kind of keeps going back to that quality.
your quality of life could be shown through your outfit. Could be. This is something that if you feel like this is how you like to express yourself, it will show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I like that part about it. Just the expression, man. You know what I'm saying? And then for myself, uh, bro, like really putting this shit on. Like it's always been something that I love to do. Like wherever I was at, like I just love the wavy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody seen the drug dealers and the rappers and shit like that pop they shit, get their money, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, if you grew up in the urban culture, you know what I'm saying, knowing streetwear and shit like that, that shit was, an attractive lifestyle.
No, for sure.
Whether
you could afford it or not,
bro,
when those cats, were in the area, everyone paid attention.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Remember when, remember moments back in the day, like when Jordans would drop, and it's like the first person you saw with him, he was him. He was the man. Whoever that was, the very first person, it could be something as simple as having the Guess jeans with the pencil pocket. That was the hot joint in Philly back in the day. Like, it was special, like special moments. You know what I mean? A kid maybe not even have known that he was in fashion, but the power that possessed is like, you want that. That could be an avenue towards that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like when you see all these different styles from these high-end brands and big influencers, where is it originating from? The culture, the streets, you know what I'm saying? Back when, Dapper Dan used to bust that,
OG.
Yeah, bust that designer down and go ahead and get all them OGs right, you know what I'm saying, the rap game and shit like that. And it's showing them now that, okay, we got to work with that. So like
you have to
tapping into the real culture is huge. And that's where I feel like fashion sparked off with me, is seeing like it from like the actual streetwear perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like just the streetwear aspect.
So talking about Dapper Dan, how do you like how the reemergence of the Dapper Dan? Because obviously Gucci could have took it a whole different way. You know what I mean? They could have shut his whole operation down through the years. But that kind of shows you. Talk about how important Dapper Dan is to the fashion movement, streetwear movement. You know what I mean? Now doing partnerships with Gap and Gucci and other names.
I like it. You know what I'm saying? I just like to see growth as a brand, with anyone, and I feel like that's just another level of growth for Dap. I don't feel like it's the ceiling though. Like with anybody, Dap, Yeezy, anybody, I feel like your name is high end, your brand is high end. I don't know what goes on behind these closed doors, and we'll figure that out soon. But from a consumer perspective, a fan perspective, I want to see them being their own. It's Dap. Like it ain't Dap Gucci. It's Dap. It's Dap. It ain't Dap Gap. It's Dap. It ain't Yeezy Adidas. It's Yeezy. You feel me? And I feel like Yeezy has gotten to a point. Shout out Yeezy. You know what I'm saying? Yeezy. To a point where like he's realizing that now. Like, bro, Got that Billy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Sway had the answer.
Yo, shout out Sway, bro. Real shit. When I see you, Sway, I want to take your hat off, though.
Everything, bro. Like, what's under the hat, man?
Everything,
like,
Sway. Sway,
one time.
What you do for the national anthem, Sway? Keep it 100.
Dame almost got him. He almost got him to take off the hat.
Sway about to end everything about touching his hat.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Sway had the answers. But what goes into that though? That is the answer, but
it's a lot.
What goes into that?
You sacrifice a lot. Being truly independent. So when you talk about Yeezy, that's one thing I think that people don't understand.
Spark one of these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you can spark one of them.
They're both. No, you good. I got you.
Yeah. I done fucked that one up.
No, we're gonna do a live roll at the end.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Yeezy, this is about to be fire. When you talk about Yeezy, he wanted to get out of those deals. He wanted to be independent, but now it's like now he's on a full-fledged fight. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when you go against big, companies, big wigs, the people you don't even see. It's an invisible fight. How can you even win? Public opinion. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important. It's like, no, y'all can't be. That's why he be on TMZ ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's fighting an independent fight, and that's a fearless fight because there is no help.
And that's the thing, man. It's like having that much power, influence. Clearly, the financials is documented, billionaire, and you get to that point with that mind that wanting to do certain things, and they put in a ceiling on you. Not necessarily saying there's a real ceiling, because I feel like there's no ceiling, but putting one on you is different. And we can't really go deep into that because that's some deeper shit. But I feel like
that's the one. That's the one right there.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? But listen, shout out Yeezy though, because at the end of the day, we still see you pushing through everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to document this. I don't agree with every single movement that you have been doing, but I'm understanding of. Let's just say that. Come on, man. That old Yeezy when he was talking to his mom and all that, man. Let's not forget about that, man. When he talking about family, you know what I'm saying? Pissing in the bed and shit, like real culture shit, like where we came from. Like, can we not forget about that?
We gotta ask him that question, because in moments it's like you think that he may forget that. You know what I mean? You go hold on with this. I'm about to like this.
Okay. No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like we see moments. You know what I mean? Even in the lyrics, like get on your brother's shoulders. Get them top rhyming out. This ain't your mama house. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. He's dropping. Yeah.
He's trying. We see glimpses. Of that old Ye. And then, next moment he's far left with it, and it's like, whoa, I'm riding, but like, help me out.
I feel you. And there's a lot of things that we can't see, so that's why it's like it's hard to speak very factual on this, because it's a time where you have to get there and see what goes on. But I got a question for you.
Talk to me.
How big has Max B influenced your taste in music?
Extremely. A lot of when you talk about being an independent artist, is risk taking. His whole discography is just complete risks. Every single song, He's pushing the envelope. He's trying new shit, and it's all perfect. You know, he created like a whole subgenre. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's truly deeper than rap. Fashion, slang. Where you want to take it? That's how impactful Max B has been on me specifically in the music. My favorite artist, he's their favorite artist.
Boy, man, shout out Wiz.
Shout out Wiz. Shout out Spitter.
Yeah, they always put
Excuse me.
show love to Max. You know, self-love. Like, I want to talk a little bit about that.
I'm listening.
That is filling up your cup so you can pour into others. That is big.
Mm-hmm.
That's knowing how to be selfish so you can be selfless. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the right to say it? Right?
There's a process.
You know, but loving yourself is so big, and it's something that you could see in other people when you approach them. You know, it's like I said, it's that energy. Whenever you thinking about what they say, you think about a red car, you gonna see them red cars. They said they got another red car again. They said, oh no, he love himself. Okay, no, he's giving out good energy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I see. You feel me? I see just red cars. You feel me? Like, I just see love. Like, god damn, there's some love right there. Hold up. Like, Mario coins, let me go ahead. Real shit. Let's go slide in some of that love. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I see confidence. I see people, you know what I'm saying, stand on morals and values. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's be honest. There's the opposites and things out there like that, but it's about focusing on what you want to focus on. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is going to be there. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? But when you focus on the positive, what they say, half full, not half empty, you know, that retarded shit that they say that people don't really listen to but really mean something. Yeah, that's how life will approach you, the universe. You know, OGPOV universe.
I was about to say, so step number one to that is rolling the perfect joint.
Let them know. Because I'm not going to
It's
lie.
a different
You just
experience.
got that technique is insane.
It's a different experience. So we started this off by we had our little jabs at backwoods. You know, when you roll backwards, you don't need a grinder. You know what I'm saying? Like when you roll backwards, you're picking off, big buds. You know what I mean? You stuffing it, which is cool.
And roll me a couple woods.
You see what I'm saying?
I rolled a couple woods.
But the grinder, you gotta have a grinder. But one of the greatest experiences is picking off the buds yourself. I'm talking about it's extensive with joints though, because it's gotta be small. You know what I mean? It's not like big little pieces. Like no, it's gotta be a fine grind. You know what I mean? So then to roll a joint with no tip, that's it.
Yeah, you gotta be a smooth.
Look, it's 5 a.m. right now. We haven't even started the day. This is how we're starting the day. You see what I'm saying? Like you rolled a perfect joint, then you start your day.
What I'm just saying is like you gotta be a smooth cat. That's what they say, smooth cat to roll that joint. This is that old school, sitting with the nice Dayton's on it. You know what I'm saying? Riding down somewhere, palm trees is just, you know what I'm saying, flooded the streets. And you smoking you a nice joint. We should listen to some Larry June. That's a smooth cat right there. I ain't gonna lie, you wavy.
Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Uncle Larry, man.
You know what I'm saying, Larry? Please, can you grab me some of these OGPOVs, man? You know what I'm saying? I just want you to treat yourself right. Look, you treat yourself right. I just want you to treat yourself better, man. OGPOV.
No, for real. I think Larry smoked backwoods.
Oh.
We gotta get us some OGPOVs, man. Health is wealth. That's a perfect, we speaking the same language there. You know what I mean? That's an easy joint.
And ain't nothing wrong with the woods and all that, but you just a smooth cat. I feel like the OGPOVs will work for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So tap in, bro.
Right now in New York City, selling weed is completely legal. So there's people setting up shop in parks, wherever the fuck, setting up shop selling weed.
And them New York motherfuckers
Hustling.
They already down there busting it. You feel me?
Listen, they said that no one's ever seen anything like this. This is like the mecca of the cannabis community at the moment.
They hustle. They getting money now. I know it. They probably sitting up in aisle 4. 35. Real shit.
Mm-hmm.
In the aisle.
High quality. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's really all about.
Oh, New York is all about high quality.
High quality cannabis.
Oh, my white boy. Oh, man. Shout out Stoner Mike. You know he got that name for a reason. He put me on. Listen, I got to get him on the OGPOV.
We can set that
feel
up.
me, vibe? I'm telling you, this is a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Great energy. He's like real passionate about the flowers. You know, he's really one of those guys that could, just talk about everything. But, man, what was I fucking saying? See, that's that. I'm fucking fried, bro. I'm fried.
Listen, this is heavy. This is heavy. But
yo, you be fucking with the dabs?
I used to have a hash oil pen.
Yeah, all that type of shit. Shout out Cisco too.
That's how I started. That was my start. A hash oil pen. It was rougher days.
Yeah, I felt like once I started doing that, he got me hip to that.
It's a clean smoke though here. It's very tasty. I've never really done an actual dab.
It's rapid, bro. I fucking took a dab like that. You know what I'm saying?
Is it like a bong hit?
It's a rapid like the smoke that you're getting is much more pure, of course, because it's straight THC that it's very hard not to cough, I would say. Because it's just like literally taking it in like pure, like it tastes great though. Like you're just taking straight THC to the brain. Like the taste of it is like, bro, all you need is a little bit. It's like, but whenever it's like having a overwhelming amount of it coming through that one hit, that like you're
I hear there's dangers though.
There is. That's what
there's dangers.
You can get too. That's one of them ones where like no matter how much you smoke.
Hot dab. You ever hear that? Getting a hot dab.
What's that?
If the fire is too hot, if you really are dabbing the right way, the fire is too hot, it's going to be the worst high. It's really, really bad to the point where you're like, I'm not even doing that shit anymore. Dom Kennedy got a line. He says, I'm good with the weed. I don't need wax.
No.
It's a lot.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that wax shit, I'm here to say that shit's a little too crazy. One, it's like you're smoking pure shit. So when you go back to go ahead and smoke some weed, like it's like it ain't the same. Because weed don't I feel like you don't appreciate it as much because like just imagine taking the weed you got and extracting all the good shit out of it. But then just go ahead and throw that in nice one. You like, ooh, that tastes amazing.
It's too for me, it's too chemical.
It's not.
But I know it's still a natural thing, but it just feels I'm just nah.
Yeah, like you got.
That's not what I'm in it for. You know what I mean?
Some type of substance. It don't feel like this is coming from the earth.
Yeah, this is not earthly.
This is
anymore.
Dexter's laboratory.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like there's something else. Like it feels like, you know what I mean?
Dexter's laboratory type shit. Like that's exactly how I feel.
Lightning bolts and shit.
You got a butane.
Yeah, like come on, yeah.
Oh, yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's so crazy.
It's wild. So what you just did was wild.
Yo, I had showed my boys this back home when they first started to dab and do all the bong shit. We didn't know what a bowl was. It was like young, it was straight blunt. It was like, yo, bro, he's smoking bowls, bro. They say, yo, bro, you smoking, you feel me? Niggas thought you was just like Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
Anything
Like,
out
yo,
here. You smoking bowls
he
now?
took it there, you know. He took it there.
You
I
smoking
remember the first
bowls?
time I hit a bowl, I was
I'm heard
high
this
as
trick.
shit.
I'm thinking like, damn, this little bit of weed got me this high.
Like, nigga.
That's a fact though.
Man, I always been turned off by blunts though. Like if I had to smoke blunts, I would quit smoking instantly.
I ain't gonna lie, it's one of those things where like
Talk to me.
this OGPOV is the way to go. It's just learning how to really construct you a nice, well put together. You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
it.
the setup,
Hey,
yo.
it's a
Hold on,
patience.
let's talk about the setup.
Okay,
Can we talk about the setup?
let's talk about it.
The setup is so important because you're not going to just be rolling a joint on a table per se. It's not going to be, or actually you could, you know, with blunts, you gotta, it's a dumping process. It's like you gotta lick it, and it's you know, sometimes you gotta wet the backwood, and it's that's cool, but you want a clean setup. You want nothing, excuse me, on your tray but flour. That's it. You know what I mean? 'Cause everything is pure, it's healthy, it's clean. You know what I mean? The flour that you chose is proper.
For sure. I feel like one thing about joints is definitely it gives you that I'm about to relax and chill. Whatever I'm doing, I'm chilling. Like a joint gives me like I'm really like just vibing out.
I'm
Like
in the moment.
I'm in the moment. Yeah, I'm in the moment. And it's like I'm just be so on the move that I haven't perfected that on the move joint rolling ability. Like when I sit down, I soak it in, and it's like, all right, let's try to, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not in a rush, when I'm not like thinking about this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? I could just, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking, 2023, I'm looking to perfect that on the move, OG POV rolling ability.
So that's what put me in the game. Single-handedly, I was rolling at a party. I pulled out a joint roller. Whoa, flag on the play. Rookie.
This is a whoa, stop.
Like, stop. Everyone's leaving. I'm like, just give you 1 second. I got to roll it. And I fucked it up. That's why when you was like, yeah, I fucked the joint. I'm like, all right, just roll it again. Because there's no pressure. You don't want to put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like with
that feeling, that feeling never left me. Like, I couldn't roll a joint. And my homegirl Ari was like, yo, you got to learn how to roll a joint. And then that's when it happened. I spent 7 months rolling horrible joints. I wasted so much weed. I understood. Once I learned how to
7 months
roll,
of bad rolling is crazy,
listen,
but
I
that's
understood
big. It take time.
why people don't even want to fuck with joints.
It
You
take
can
time.
waste a lot of weed, yo.
It take
If
time.
you don't roll that shit right, the weed is gonna, you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck?
Okay. 7 months of bad rolling. It take time. I just see the end, you know, the end thing right here. Cause that's punching. That is punching. Yeah. So, you know, perfecting that coming in 2023, that's how I feel like I want to do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I want to talk about this too. You know what I'm saying? Intersecting fitness with the marijuana. It's like that is another thing that I've told you off camera that I've built a different type of respect for you because I've dealt with a lot of backlash coming up early, smoking, but still being an athlete. But now it's looked at for good for recovery and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's like being the black sheep, but then figuring out, okay, they were actually right. Get them out the corner now. You know what I'm saying? But for a better good, because this is something that me personally, it just made me feel good. Like after, you know what I'm saying, practice something like that, go ahead and smoke you a little something, you know what I'm saying, calm your nerves and calm everything, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily abuse the substance, but it's like you got to go ahead and get that drug test. So if you don't know how to, if you don't know how to work that
That's
system,
the key. That's the key phrase. Drug test.
like, but but just that thought is like, as you're smoking, you have to think about that. Like, we had to go through things like that when now it's like you don't even have to go through that type of anxiety as an athlete. You know what I'm saying? When you're just only doing something that is treating your body that you know what I'm saying? Like, there is situations where, you know,
That's it. That was one of the things that kept me out of smoking. It was like, there's no way I'm gonna possibly fail a drug test. Are you crazy? It was a no-brainer. It's like, I'm not smoking. Hell no.
oh yeah, well yeah, on our end, which is lighter.
Mm-hmm.
My end, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we was definitely, you know what I'm saying, smoking for
So I
sure.
don't have that experience
No, it was like,
of practicing and smoking, and I don't know what that feels like.
no.
I will say this though, fitness. Thank you for the words, but fitness and cannabis is like, it's a 1-2 punch. I always go back to a time when Michael Phelps, when his gold medals were in question because of smoking.
Wow.
Once I started working out, riding my bike high, I'm like, obviously, like, it's a performance enhancer. Flat out. It's not even close. Because what it does to your muscles is it activates different things in your muscles to where though, like, your lactic acid is different. You can push harder. You can literally zone the fuck out and push your body farther than you can when you're just focusing on the pain. You know what I mean? So if you get that out of the way, it's like, I'm fucking throwing up my hundreds. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and that you saying that right there is literally hitting a spot in me where I'm like, yo, that's how I felt. Like, that's how I felt, where it was just like you tap into this other ability that you feel like is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you it's a balance thing though. It's not feeling like you need that. Like, you need the fucking pre-workout. Before I go to the gym, I need my pre-workout.
Exactly.
Like, I need that shit. That concept kills me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I need the headphones. Like, yes, music is, you know what I'm saying? Music is it. Like, I literally, I would always prefer if I could work out every time with music, trust me, it's going to happen. But as far as a need thing, I could be in my, what do they say, my zen,
mm-hmm.
and work out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mind thing. It's like being there, part of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it made sense once it was like, okay, this is a performance enhancer. You know what I mean? But again, we're not smoking to abuse. It's more so it's along the journey. You know what I mean? You're not smoking to get smacked. You know what I mean? You smoke, want to focus on something. You know what I mean? You want to really, truly laser focus on something.
Enhanced thought.
You know what I mean? Next level thought.
You know what I'm saying? Conversation.
You know how much shit you have to think about just on a day-to-day basis? Sometimes you really gotta focus.
I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs smoke marijuana because there's plenty of, like, life never stops with business. If you're an entrepreneur, it will never stops. You know what I'm saying? Even when you wanted to, you're at Thanksgiving, you know, with the fam, and you start, you know what I'm saying? You like, oh shit, I just got a new idea. At the very least, you got new ideas, let alone got to check emails, let alone got to make sure the manufacturer is going to do that, you know what I'm saying? None of this shit really stops.
Yeah,
So
that's so
why
crazy.
can't we go ahead and smoke a little something that's going to slow the thought process down a little bit and let you go ahead and categorize everything out? All right, we got the manufacturer here. Okay, we got this here. I'm going to go ahead and sit that to the side while I go in here with Auntie and eat this good food, but I know that's there though.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But when you when you don't got it, you like, oh shit, I gotta Auntie, hold up. Auntie done made the craziest spread. Auntie made the craziest everything. You better think about that.
Everything is ready. You're like,
You better think about that.
It's not ready yet.
But so that's what I'm trying to say, where it's like,
Auntie, hold up.
Yeah, Auntie, hold up.
Yo, hold on. Check the nose out on the grind. Oh.
Game given to you from an OG point of view. Usually I sell it, but I got enough to share with you.